do you want to introduce yourself first?
Hi, my name is Shantita. I just finished doing my GED back in September. Before I did my IGCSE O levels and IIP, and yeah, I'm glad to be here today.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. So firstly, may I ask, like, why did you decide to do GED?
My initial plan is to go to the US to study, and GED is a US high school equivalency diploma. So, I just wanted to get that secured so that when I apply to colleges in the US, it would be much easier.
ပေါ့နော်အကြောင်းတွေအများကြီးရှိရပေါ့နော်ဆိုတော့အဲ့ဒီမှာမှ like why did you decide to choose YUS?
YUS ကအတိုင်းပဲ Facebook မှာရင်တွေ့တော့အတိုင်းပဲ post တွေပါဝင်ကြည့်ရပေါ့ဝင်ကြည့်ပြီးတော့ I just I showed my parents like maybe I could do this, so I called YUS and then inquired about their courses, and they had a 2-month course and a 4-month course. I did the 2-month course because I felt like I needed less time, so I feel like I could do it in less time. So yeah, that was suitable for me.
How did you study GED ပေါ့နော်ဒီကျောင်းကလည်း YUS ကလည်းသင်ပေးရပေါ့နော်ဒါမဲ့လို့ I believe like for GED like you need to practice a lot yourself also, so like how did you study yourself?
So after the 2-month course, I took 1 month to really study by myself, because there's a lot of practice tests online that are for free, or you can also pay for them on the official GED website, which I found really helpful. I think one of the main things I did was self-study. I studied throughout the month, so which is the main reasons that I think I did do well. And self-study is also recommended by the teachers. Like after the 2-month class, many of the teachers told me to not just leave it, but also to learn yourself so that you can really get to know the test and as well as your own weaknesses and your skills.
Okay. How would you like describe your learning experience here at YUS?
Yeah, I would say it was helpful because the GED test, before like I knew anything about the GED test, I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know like what the test would be like or the topics involved. So doing the class at YUS, they give textbooks and things like that.
Okay.
So I had a bit of an idea, a bit of a foundation to like know what the GED test would be about. So I think that was one of the more helpful things. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's good to know. And then like during the test, like I was told like most students they say there's time limit. So how did you manage your time? တချို့ကြတော့ဒီမမီယာမျိုးတွေဖြစ်တာမျိုးလည်းဖြစ်တတ်တယ်ဆိုတော့လေ then normally test တွေကြတော့ written test တွေပါဆိုရင်ကြတော့အကျင့်ရပြီးသားပေါ့နော် but for this one you have to do everything through computer and everything, so how did you manage your time?
GED သူက computer နဲ့လုပ်ရဆိုတော့ timer countdown လုပ်တယ်ပေါ့ test program မှာ timer countdown လုပ်ပေးတယ် and time managing I think it depends on the subjects. ညီမကခက်ခဲတစ်ခုကတော့English essay ပေါ့ English မှာ essay တစ်ပုဒ်ရေးရရှိတော့ 45 minutes ပဲပေးတယ် essay တစ်ပုဒ်ကိုဆိုတော့ essay တစ်ပုဒ်က like about 500 words လောက်ရေးရတယ် so note taking, reading the paragraph, and then you have to do all of that in 45 minutes, which is a very tight time limit actually. So I think for that, for me, I did it like I finished the writing like very marginally, like very close to the time limit. And I think to anyone taking the test, to practice that, to practice the essay writing, essay note taking like efficiently would be my advice, because I did cut it very close during that Yeah. But other subjects like maths to science to like what else, social studies, the multiple choice is not that difficult, I would say. But one thing is, I found that is like, so some opinion I would advise you to skip it, but like review but a flag review, so you can just flag it. We'll skip the question entirely, and then now some you can just go back to the review. And then so that's one way that I managed my time during the test. Yeah.
Thank you. That's really good advice. And I noticed for maths, your mark is really good. What is 197 out of 200, right? So how did you manage that? That's really, really great.
I think because I had an IGCSE background, I just finished IGCSE like 1 month before taking the GSD. A few months before taking the GED. So IG Maths got a lot more, IG Maths got A Maths so it's a lot more, and I had a lot of practice then, and I also practiced for the GED. So I think it just had to do with a lot of practice. Yeah, I would say practice. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So now that you've done your GED and IGCSE and everything, do you want to share like your further plan, like for the future?
Yeah, like I said, my plan is to go to the US. So right now I have applied to college in the US. I'm still waiting for the visa applications and things like that. So I've already applied for college in California. And I expect to go by February, but who knows, because the visas are still very uncertain. Yeah.
Yeah, Mama, don't worry, you'll get it in time. So my last question would be like, do you have any advice you want to share to your fellow friends who want to study GED or who want to study at YUS or want to go abroad?
Yeah. I do have a couple of my personal friends who are looking to take the GED test, and I have told them, told them everything I knew about the test, all the advice, and where they can find study materials. One of the things the first advice I would give to anyone looking to take the test would be concentrating on self-study. GED, I would say, especially if you're someone who comes from who have attended international school before and who has done IGCSE, I think it would be much easier because GED is relatively easy, compared to IGCSE. So self-study. The reason I'm focusing on self-study a lot is because during class you don't you're interacting with teachers mostly, and anything that you don't know, any questions that you have, the teachers will just explain it to you. So you're not very like go self-study လုပ်တော့ကြာတော့ပေါ့ like ကိုမသိရင်ကိုယ့်ဘာကိုရှာရတာပေါ့နော်ကိုယ့်ဘာကို like computer ကိုယ့်ဘာကိုမရရအောင်ရှာပြီးသိအောင်လုပ်ရ so it's like information ကြတော့ပိုကောင်းတဲ့ဝင်တယ်ပေါ့ I found that like self-study နဲ့ကြတော့ and the second advice I would give is more like for the test, mostly for the test, it's like GED ကြတော့ like thought test your content got like it's not that important as the your reading skills, because 4 subjects of each have 4 parts like social, science, maths, and English. Apart from maths, the other 3 things is like you have to. It's more important that for your reading skills. Like reading skills going test repeated about like content got a lot. For me, I would say that content isn't that content are going different about with all the subjects. So like reading skills go like you have to, if that's one of your weaknesses, you should probably brush up on that and practice more on that. That would be my second advice. And yeah, that's it. The last thing is just not to stress out, because I feel like many people can get stressed with tests. So just think of it as another test, another test you have at school. And I think if you don't stress out, if you don't freak out, and just do everything at your own pace, I think it would go really smoothly. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
And also, I would recommend YUS. Not just because I attended it, but also I found it was a good experience. Like it wasn't too stressful, and it was really quick, and the teachers are also really good. So yeah, if you're looking to do the GED test, you should definitely check out YUS.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. I
Yeah,
hope
thank you.
I believe you'll do great things in US too. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Have a good day.
Goodbye.